Hello again, Ian Stokey with Mastermind Games, back for another video. Going back into the wonderful world of Warhammer 40,000 Blackstone Fortress, or rather Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress with Pious Vorne. Starting with her flesh, fair skin, 09047. So, Pious Vorne, Missionary Zealot, is a minion of the Ministorum Priest Tarnished the Purifier. Her weapon is, I believe, called Vindictor. It is a combination flamethrower chainsaw, and she has a particular obsession using it. Her, what's the word I'm looking for? Agenda, which let's forget inspired instantly, is to destroy 3 hostiles with 1 specific type of attack, as in 1 use of this attack, which not necessarily easy but possible. Now, and that is literally all the skin she's showing, just about half of her head. Smooth that out a little with the second coat. Right. When Tarnished the Purifier found heresy in her clan, blood or deep red 09002, she pushed one of the heretics into a fire, watched him burn, and Tarnished recruited her, naming her Pious, giving her the title Pious anyway, as well as giving her her weapon of choice. And in the death throes of the burning man, saw a vision that led him to the Blackstone Fortress, dragging Vorne along. I shouldn't say dragging because she went voluntarily, but and I somehow managed to make that spot worse. Oh well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Okay, let's see here. Where is this? Go on the cord here. Or rather, gas line. But the order I am doing these models in for Blackstone Fortress, now that I'm back at it after that hiatus for that War Machine Hordes Grow League I was in. Explorers first, then I will be doing the hostiles that the game starts with. Then I'll be ending with the hostiles that do not begin available. Ending with, let's see, likely ending with the Chaos Lord Obsidious Malix, I think. It's a bit early in the morning, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, this is a purity seal. Okay, never mind. I'll build a different color and keep that part of red. I didn't. Sometimes details will hide from you. Alright, next up. Let's see. Okay. Oiled leather 09110. Or no, not yet on that. First I'm going to take pure white 09039 and get the fire started. I'll worry about painting up the metal of the sensors this is coming from later. So, well, all the models in Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress do have rules for Warhammer 40,000. Looking at it, it'd be difficult to fit some models into your army, just based on keyword restrictions and all that. especially with the errata that restricted that a little more, since players were exploiting it in ways the designers did not intend, which unfortunately that happens. The intent of the rule of the keyword system was so that affiliated groups such as the Space Marines and Imperial Guard could fight side by side, but people were cherry picking the best from each faction, and they can't remember the exact wording of the errata, but yeah, just exploits like that. Alright, oiled leather 09110 now. We'll see what keywords the Sisters of Battle have, but when they come out, but I'm suspecting that Vorne and her boss might be able to work for them. Now my color schemes, I paint to the official when I feel like it. When I don't feel like it, I come up with something a little more unique. In this case, I had a pretty clear idea for Vorne, which you'll see bear fruit in a minute. Whoop, and I just caught my camera with my brush. Let's see, there were gloves. Used either too much water there or not enough, not sure which. And some of these models came together awkwardly. They were designed as a push to fit, no glue required. Now, mind you, I glued mine anyway, but there was a concern about breakage on several of them. I believe Vorne here was one of them that gave me that problem. Whoop, almost dropped her. Let's try to touch up the back of her head there. And let's go ahead and give this a chance to dry before I move on. But so far, so good. Next up, where is it? Yellowed Bone 09143. And this is plugged up. So my idea for Pious Vorne's color scheme was parchment colored cloth with flowing script on it. Boy, this is really jammed up. So let's see how well I pull it off. Stroke the pages of her book here. Okay, I need a brush with shorter bristles. No, this one isn't the best, but it might be okay. Still haven't had a chance to go buy new brushes yet. And she has several holy trinkets dangling off her front here. All front and back all around really, but they'll be done in due course. Yeah, this brush is really not that suitable for this. Oh, I somehow managed to miss a big piece of her forearm here when I painted that earlier. Good gravy. Not my best day. And she has a bone built into Vindictor here. Or, I think that's the right name. I might be getting it wrong when I think about it. All right. Well, look it up. Turn that take. Okay, now. Let's try to start on our armor. Old Bronze 09197. Since this brush has proven itself unsuitable, let's see if I can find a different one. Boy. Maybe this will work. And doing bronze just because I feel this looks good with the right here. I just nicked the back of her head. Just touch it up. This flathead brush is not that suitable to this, but I've got little choice in the matter. Alright, let's get her mask here. I like the bronze on her. Bronze again for the bulk of the weapon. Switch over to this brush. Almost dropped her. Let's try to make sure I'm staying in camera. I've got to watch that. Eep. Okay. And the tanks, I'll do some of it in bronze, but I'm gonna use steel for the steel for the bulk of it. Getting horribly tongue-tied right this minute. Is there anything else I want bronze on her? No, I don't think so. That's just gonna leave a bit of steel and some gold. So, yeah. Oh, and that. I think that might be another bone in this reliquary here. Let's. No, I think that's a figure, so right, I'll be done over in gold, I'll be fine. Okay. Back in a minute. Alright. Next up, if I can. Where is it? Tarnished Steel 09206. So let's see where the magic angle is to get this camera to focus on it right instead of my thumb. Huh. Whatever. Let's just get the teeth on her chainsaw. Yes, the chainsaw flamethrower combination. Two of the most awesome video game-esque weapons ever. Finally in one. Impractical? Maybe. Awesome? Definitely. Alright. Chains. This relic here. And and this valve here. This hasty patch will just say is the invention of duct tape. I can totally imagine the Adeptus Mechanicus worshipping duct tape as the pinnacle of human ingenuity. Deep. I just cold cocked my camera again. Something of a hazard when you've got it right in front of you. I still might prefer a camera I could actually wear, but can't find one at a practical price point, so this current one is still a vast improvement over what I was using previously, so I will be satisfied with this. Okay, that's all the silver I want to do now. For the Emperor's favorite color, Antique Gold 09050. Deliberately want to be spent, so we'll start with this halo here. This looks like it's actually bolted into her head directly. I wanted to do the gold sparingly on her. Since despite being a favored follow of Thaddeus the Purifier, she'd still probably be a relatively low rank, and it seems like that he left for Blackstone Fortress immediately after the vision he received, so yeah, it's anchored in the top of her skull. This is definitely bolted in. Come to think of it, what is it with religious maniacs and fire anyway? I mean, you've got the Adeptus Sororitas, Sisters of Battle, with flamethrowers aplenty, Pious Vorne here, the Protector of the Menoth from War Machine, religious zealots with a thing for fire, and then, of course, the Netflix Castlevania with the psychotic priest who decides to set Dracula's wife on fire, damning his nation to unholy revenge. I know, about the whole concept of flame purifying, but still it seems kind of funny to me how many times that concept has been reused. Let's see, okay. I need to touch up that ivory a little, or either missed a spot or make it with another color. Oh boy, clogged up. So now I'll go ahead and keep the purity seal in my usual colors, but it will be a little less distinct than normal, but that's okay. I've done so many of those seals on my Space Marines, my Ultramarines, that I don't feel too compelled to make this one stand out from the crowd. When I talk about oddities in assembling, this gap here is exactly what I'm talking about. So it'll look okay when I'm finished, though. We'll touch up on that ivory. And once that's dry, I can start shading. So far, so good. Alright, time to start shading. Ancient Bronze 09049. About half paint, half water. Diluting it into a wash. make sure I'm in frame for this, because it's kind of important, and I still need to watch my cinematography. That is something outside, that is one of two things I need to drastically improve in these videos, the other being all the dead air, which, yeah. I'm not using music because of copyright strikes. I have seen that there's a library on YouTube of copyright-free music, but I haven't explored that too much yet, mostly because of one, I'm constantly painting, and two, I've got a lot of time constraints outside, or mostly from my day job, so it's a little, oh boy, that's gonna get awkward right there. And that's got her reliquaries painted. Let's go ahead and take red brick 09001 and do the hoses and the scrap on her book there. Now, what's kind of funny is, in terms of Warhammer in general, I noticed the other day after watching a video about the chronology of the Dune series, Dune, that there's some similarities, specifically about machine intelligences being banned in both. Just some weird thing that popped in my head. My personal opinion of Dune is it's okay. But just being real careful here, as careful as I can. Well, trying to soak that back up with a brush isn't going to work, so I'm going to have to take the paper towel and do that, because I don't want that paint clogging up. There we go. I wanted to keep that halo open. I'm not worried about the gold on her head. That'll come off. That'll come off when I shade her. Alright, let's see. Next, let's do... Let's see, I think I can go ahead and try doing the steel. So Blackened steel 09205. There's a pretty strict limit on the number of colors I can do simultaneously with shading, just because they'll run into each other. And even this is a gamble. So. Yeah, I have a bad habit of holding my breath when I'm doing something this detailed. It's not good for you. I meant to say it's not good for you. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. There's been a lot of stupid stuff going around on YouTube, like Above and Beyond, with challenges like the infamous Tide Pod challenge, which is suicidal at best. I don't want to contribute to that rather idiotic part of culture going around, if I can avoid it. Challenge should be something that you do for self-improvement, not, stupid human tricks for attention. Alright. And I want to do the bronze before I do the flames, so I'm going to have to let this dry for a bit before I move on. But we're doing good so far. I need better lighting. Alright, now for the bronze with aged Pewter 09196. Excuse me a little. Go ahead and start with our mask. Get the breastplate. Whoop. So, in Blackstone Fortress, Pious Vorne is what you describe as a glass cannon. She's really good at dishing out damage, but defensively can't really take a punch, so just based on stats, though. I haven't played the game yet. I don't want to until I've gotten all the miniatures painted up, so I'm actually toying with the idea of putting my inaugural playthrough up on, of recording it and putting it on YouTube. I haven't decided on that yet, one way or another, so if you want to see that, just let me know in the comments. But I got this set for, this set was my big Christmas gift this year, and I would very much like to try to get this finished soon so I can give the game a whirl, especially now that the dreaded Amble expansion's about to drop. At least as of this section of this video's recording, it's about supposedly supposed to drop in a couple of days. So I have that to look forward to, and I do plan on getting the expansion as soon as I can afford to. I'm not in too much of a hurry right now, just because still haven't gotten through the base form of the game yet. I guess the bronze, I think I can go ahead and do the leather as well. Do I want to? Yeah, let's try to do the leather as well. So, Ruddy leather 09109. So with that, let's see here. Yeah, this should work out reasonably well. I'm going to assume she's got pants on her, this flowing robe. Even if they only sculpted part of the leg up here, but then again, most companies would have just made this a little more solid, but that's fine. It's an extra level of detail. Okay. Almost dropped her again. Getting clumsy today. And then the cover of her book, which I'm sure is supposed to be a holy, sacred tome. Question is, can she actually read it? Don't know. But many imperial subjects, citizens, are illiterate outside of the bare minimum they need to know how to read to do their assigned jobs. Okay. That's just going to leave the flesh tone, the ivory, and the fire. So, coming along nicely so far. Alright, Where's my paint? Stained Ivory 09142. Let's try to see if I can finish all the shading in this clip. I will go ahead and get the underside of the robe with the shading, but I'm not going to bother highlighting under there. Get the book. Let's not forget the purity seal hanging off her belt. Oh, we almost forgot the bone in her weapon. And then flesh tone, where is it? Fair Shadow 09046. And she's more than armored from the neck down here. Yeah, that'll cover up that little nick of gold from earlier well enough anyway. Nick the gold on the halo. Let's blot that out. That's why I keep a paper towel on hand. Now, Fire Orange 09006. This one's about cached, so I can't remember if I got a spare or not. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It is plugged up though, so paper clip. Go and play nice. Okay, that should be enough to work with. It's just a little bit. I'll have to check and see if I've got a spare of that on hand. And since I'm less likely to nick this by accident, we'll start here. And this will cover up the bronze shading to a certain extent, but not completely. Bottom, this is just blowing out the paint from that hole there. Alright. Now that looks like some cleansing fire right there. There's still some more I can do to it once it's dry, so I'm going to try to soak up that ivory that got on the boot. That's got it. There's a spot on the back with a little touch up there. Alright. Let it dry and then I can start on rise and start. What the? Huh. My camera's getting a little funky here. Don't know what the deal is. Alright. Let it dry. White. Pure white 09039. Got this weird delay with this program sometimes. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Sometimes it picks up sound right away, sometimes it takes a minute. I don't get it. Carefully dotting in the eyes. I can go ahead and do the flame now, I think. So that's going to be Sun Yellow 09008. Starting the shading from lowest area to highest. That is not necessarily enough. Let's try that again. Better. And rubbing the brush on a paper towel till it looks like there's almost nothing left. And lightly dusting the area to be affected. Tad more to finish up the flames coming out of her brazier on back. Now those eyes have had a chance to try Pure Black 09037. I need a tinier dot because all I need to do is give her pupils. Okay, let's try to get this a little closer. Okay, that's not bad. Fair highlight 09048. She kind of has eyebrow ridges. Huh. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Creamy Ivory 09144. Need a little more than that. Of course, an appropriate brush to do this with. That should be fine. really get the inside of that book too well. Concern myself more with exterior surfaces. Okay. And burnt orange, if I can find it, 09111. Mm, 09003 blood red. This is a subtle color combination here. Let's see. Yeah. True Silver 09207. I've got so many raggedy brushes, perfect for highlighting that I'm basically switching out after every coat here, every color here. The brush should be completely dry with one color before moving on to the next, so bear that in mind if you're not fortunate enough to have a ample supply of tools like I do. Okay. So that leaves gold and bronze. We'll do gold next with 09051 new gold. There's not too terribly much of this. Did I just use one? No, not okay. Okay. Get the halo bolted to her skull. And 09198 tarnished brass to finish up the highlighting. coming along very nicely. I forgot to highlight the hose on the back. Take care of that in a second. Okay, well, that's the bronze. It's looking really good right now. Let's just get that blood red, and I see the purity seal's a little more visible here, so we'll just do that. And a bit of that. Okay, that's highlights. There's a few details I need to do, but I need to make sure she's completely dry first, so we'll come back in a minute. Oh, come on, focus. Good gravy. This camera's proving itself kind of obstinate. Alright, time for some details. Pure black 09037. Well, first off, I've buried my workspace in brushes for the highlighter that I forgot to put away before I hit play or record. Oh, it's gonna go on stays. Okay. So first off, just gonna do some random scribbles on the purity seal there, and I've changed my mind about doing the floating script on the entire white, so, but I am gonna do it on this front panel. So random squiggles and lines and dots and dashes will look like abstract wording, but if you can actually write that small with a paintbrush, kudos to you, man. I checked, and the weapon is called Vindictor, so do that. And switching to a flat brush. Go around the edge of the base to cover up any miss marks and make it a nice flat black. Alright. Now, once that's dried completely, I can do the basing layer. So just about there. Okay, time to base. I already have some of the glue solution mixed up from some models I was working on earlier. This is just white glue and water, so no need to do more of that just for the sake of doing something on camera. I've done literally over 100 times before, so well, to be fair, some of my models have scenic bases instead, so not necessarily 100 times before, but okay. Turn around also. A solid coat. I'm using a brush that's essentially going to be a sacrifice. Dip into some talus, which is also rock debris. I'm starting to ramble a bit. Maybe I need to take a break from painting. Well, that'll happen soon enough. Using a dry brush, pushing it away from areas I don't want it. And just about done. Now I just need to let that set for a bit before I seal it. Finishing up with a sprayer brush on adhesive. Using Scenic Cement by Woodland Scenic, so keeping it off camera because last time it was on camera, the camera focused on it and not the model. So carefully dripping it on material. You need to let your glue solution sit for a bit first, otherwise this will just push the material around. And use a glass eyedropper because this compound will bond to plastic quickly and gum it up all the sooner. Okay, that's it. Okay, now, and that is that. Pious Vorne, ready to burn, burn, burn. I'm going to continue on with Blackstone Fortress until it's done. So until next time, I am Ian Stuckey with Mastermind Games, signing out.